Hi, let's chat about money. To be more precise, let's talk about money and the law of attraction. Why does it seem like everyone has such a hard time bringing money into their life? Maybe that someone is you, or not, just don't get offended. But seriously, why is it that so many people have such a hard time? I mean, there seems to be piles of money in the world, just sitting there waiting to be exchanged into your hands. And what does the law of attraction have to do with any of this? Oh, but Adam, the law of attraction doesn't exist. It's all fringe, pseudoscience. I get your point. I do. But you know what else was considered pseudoscience? Neuroplasticity. For the longest, science believed that the mind was not able to change or adapt. We know now that that's not the truth. The fact that we don't understand something doesn't make it fringe. One might look at people who beat crazy odds and knew they were going to dismiss such fringe science doubts. Cynthia Stafford, for instance, who beat the odds of not only winning a jackpot in the lottery, but also visualizing and choosing the exact number that she would win. Now tell me, what odds are those? Just by visualizing, one is able to seemingly bring situations or objects into their life that is deemed pretty much impossible. It's not like there isn't science to this. Just take the double slit experiment, for instance. A test that shows that the very act of observing changes the field to create a scenario based off of just the observer alone. Watch this quick video about it.
Is inescapable. The single electron leaves as a particle, becomes a wave of potentials, goes through both slits, and interferes with itself to hit the wall like a particle. But mathematically, it's even stranger. It goes through both slits and it goes through neither. And it goes through just one, and it goes through just the other. All of these possibilities are in superposition with each other. But physicists were completely baffled by this. So they decided to peek and see which slit it actually goes through. They put a measuring device by one slit to see which one it went through and let it fly. But the quantum world is far more mysterious than they could have imagined. When they observed, the electron went back to behaving like a little marble. It produced a pattern of two bands, not an interference pattern of many. The very act of measuring or observing which slit it went through meant it only went through one, not both. The electron decided to act differently, as though it was aware it was being watched. And it was here that physicists stepped forever into the strange, never world of quantum events. What is matter? Marbles or waves? And waves of what? And what does an observer have to do with any of this? The observer collapsed the wave function simply by observing.
Science and beating crazy odds aside, I'm sure you can recall a time where you thought about something and it appeared. We call it deja vu. We call it I told you so moment. So why then are so many people having such a hard time manifesting the money they want? Why are they stuck? It comes down to the observer effect that the video clip above explained. You see, my hunch is you have zero problems visualizing what you want. How could you? You want more money. You picture more money, easy peasy. The part that affects almost every single person watching this video comes down to one word: observing. Observing is stopping us from having the money that we envision. You see, as humans, we have been taught over and over and over again that our reality is objective. It exists without us there. Whatever is there, and that's it. With this belief, we go off of what we see. What we see is what it is. With this mindset, you will only bring into your life what you are observing, nothing else. So even if you visualize for a little bit, as soon as you come out of that visualization and start looking around and seeing the opposite, you will be stuck in the continuous reality loop. So how do you fix it, right? You have to find a way to not focus on the reality around you. It's way easier said than done because we are trained to focus on our reality. What works best is, instead of just thinking about your desire when you're visualizing it, try to think about it throughout the day too. When you're walking to your car, for example, imagine that it's the car of your dreams, even if your eyes tell you one thing. You have to become almost delusional in a sense, but this is the way to create your reality.